Brad, one last question. You're involved with a website called Linux Digital Audio. Is that correct?
Right. Well, it's just an experiment that I have up there. You guys, anybody out there can go to linuxdigitalaudio.com. There's a questionnaire. I think there's a book I read in about the last year called Wikinomics, and Wikinomics is a book that it's combining the word wiki, a Wikipedia, and economics, and the power of the internet revolution. And as a person who has spent his whole life building businesses, the fundamental premise of Wikinomics is you can't compete within the four walls of your company anymore, because there's things happening 24/7 around the world faster than you can marshal the financial resources to compete. So if you don't look outside the four walls of your company and figure out what's going on, you'll be history. And so I started looking at the development of software, and I started exploring the area of Linux Digital, and there's some interesting opportunities there. And I would like to have the input of the Linux community to help me design a system that could be used to bring out a new digital audio system. And there's a lot of power there, but you have to learn how to harness it and manage it in a business model, which is yet to be defined. But the first place you have to start, and I've always learned this as running a successful company or companies, is you got to go to the customer, and the customer will tell you what they want. And if you listen to the customer and you can map what the customer wants and will pay for to a set of realistic business output, you'll have a successful business. And there is a ton of music Linux software being developed. The world is your development source, and if we can learn how to harness that in the right product, I think it's an area that's worth looking at. So I put this website up, and if anybody wants to go there and answer the questionnaires, they can go there and try to help us design this ultimate product, which would basically be designed by probably thousands and thousands of people.
And of course, the great benefit, one of the great benefits is for you, is that you won't need to build your own operating system like you had to in the 70s.
I won't have to build, and I won't have 40 or 50 engineers telling me why they wouldn't work today because they're in idle mode. And I said, well, I don't know what idle mode is, but we got to pay the bills today. So, and the nice thing about the Linux community, you could be sleeping and somebody's programming you a new app because they think they're smarter than you, and they probably are. And so, you know, one thing I've learned is that if you can create the right environment, a lot of people will step up to the task, and that's what we're trying to do. And it may be a flawed idea, but I just believe that there's a lot of opportunity there in that arena.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Brad.
Thank you.
A great pleasure.
Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Keep it on GearWire, guys and girls.